guys, why do I like to be the center of everything? Yes. Absolutely, and when more people come, what does it bring me? And money!
The kerching,
Money! We love money. Money drives a business. Without money, you're not going to go anywhere. So, some of you may have seen me at the last Eat the Street Mililani, and it's all about, thank you, and it's all about getting attention. And so to get attention, you want to do stuff that's going to pop. So I was thinking today, okay, so what can I show these guys that's going to pop? Let me show you something that I love to do, and I love doing this with kids. I do a lot of stuff with the schools, trying to get some excitement going with you guys. So, Kimmy, could you hold this for me? I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I love helping people. No. Well, sometimes for this, no.
Thank you for helping me, and I'm going to give you a strawberry lemonade popsicle.
What? Look at that! I'm not even sure what I did, but I got this. Thank you. Can I eat this now? Am I going to multitask?
Let's hope this doesn't leak. So who here is familiar with working with dry ice? Okay, good. So you know that dry ice can be dangerous. We don't want to burn ourselves. I have lots of those because I get busy and I don't pay attention and it hurts. So you want to be really careful.
I burn myself with dry ice. I used to be paler. Now I'm chocolate brown. Milk chocolate.
And what happens when you put dry ice into water? It's gonna smoke. So it's just like Halloween. What? And there we go. Now, who would come over to me and Eat the Street if I'm standing there next to a booth that is just kind of a drab, you know, here, you want this, you want this? Who's going to come over and take a look at this and see where the smoke is coming from?
Wow, a lot of people.
And you're going to want to know what I have, right? So when we pull them out and we show them to people, we've got some color, we've got a little bit of excitement going on there. We have some strawberries inside of the frozen lemonade, so it's something that you guys really, really want, right? You're going, God, that must be good. That looks fresh, looks exciting, it's smoking. We've got all of the cause and effect going on, and something that can create a lot of excitement. And that's what you guys want to get those people over there to your booth. Short of, we don't want to be standing there, hey, you over there, and you want to create excitement, but you still want to be professional about it. You don't want to upset people. I have been at events where there's been somebody beside me that's giving stuff away, and it's kind of frustrating. So I just try and create something a little bit better that's going to get people's attention. And this is the same as me yelling, but I don't have to because people are already going, that's cool.
And I think too, it's like, what you said, that people maybe just giving stuff away. You want people to start creating a buzz for you. Right?
Right.
So they're going to be like, hey, have you seen the lady with the popsicles in the smoky pot?
I have people, some of you told me this morning at Eat the Street, the last one that we were at, they saw people walking around with these really colorful popsicles. And this is something else to think about too, you guys. So I can make a good, fresh fruit, your strawberries and freshly squeezed lemons.
And it's yummy.
But I can also use what's called eye candy, and that's stuff that's very appealing to your eye. So my least expensive, that cost me the least amount of money to make, is my biggest seller because it's colorful, it draws the kids. I make a red, white, and blue popsicle or a red and white popsicle with cherry coconut. Those are so inexpensive for me to make, and I sell 10 times more of those than I do my Halpia Pops. And because the Halpia Pops are just a white popsicle, then a lot of people just kind of go, But when they try it, they love it. but that's not what sells it. So, you know, some things to think about. You know, and sometimes it's a hard decision to make. So, you know, you want to create something that's going to draw that attention and get people looking your way.
I think another cool thing that you do is that you have that tricycle,
Yes.
right? So that tricycle, sometimes she sells her popsicles on a tricycle, so that's another way. So tell us a little bit about that.
So thank you. I have a tricycle that I'm downtown on every single day. And what I found with that I think is very interesting, it's cute, and I sell a lot of popsicles from it. But when I started doing events, I found that the more real estate that I had, along with the more creativity that I had, made me look more professional. I would have a banner, I would have a big logo, we want people to see the logo, and popsicles placed all over. And I also have a very inexpensive little display case that I put at the front, put down a piece of dry ice, and I put my popsicles on it. And that is called my eye candy. Because I see every little kid going by with their mom and dad, and pretty soon they're pulling and they're screaming and they're yelling. They want that popsicle. They want that red, white, and blue popsicle. They don't care what flavors it is. They want that red, white, and blue popsicle. Mm-hmm. So, you know, so it's very different variations. It's a blast having an ice cream tricycle. I get a lot of attention with it. But I don't feel that it sells the way that a booth sells that's got great signage, lots of color to it. So it's important to see that there's different ways of going about getting your attention.
Do you have a bell on your tricycle?
I do have a bell, and I also have a little horn too.
A bell and a horn?
A
Do you
bell
have to,
and a
like,
horn.
when do you ding your bell and when do you honk your horn?
When I want attention.
Ah.
And
So it's
I
like-
get attention.
So it's like a slight, kind of like a little ding ding, come look at me, or it's come try my popsicle.
It's both.
It's both.
Yes,
so I
it's
guess you gotta
both.
gauge when you got a ding ding and when you got a honk honk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So the adults come over and do the honk honk. The kids come over and do the ding ding ding. So yeah, it's interactive, you guys. It brings the people in, gets them involved, and pretty soon they're buying for the whole family. I have vans of tourists that come by. Pretty soon it's the whole van of tourists that are buying. So yeah, something that
Create a crowd, right?
engages them. Yes.
Because people see, you know, you get a bunch of people looking at the dry ice popsicles and buying all that stuff, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, what are people doing over there? It must be really cool, right?
Absolutely.
That happens. Great.
So you guys did a lot of fun things. Talk to me if you guys need help, need ideas, anything. I'm doing this because I love working with kids. I do exactly the same thing as a lemonade stand, only you guys, mine are popsicles. Same thing.
Yeah. Yay. Oh, we have a question over here. Yes.
Is it the kidding?
How do you travel your popsicles on your bicycle when you get all of that attention?
That's
You're
a
right,
good question.
it would help. It's very
It's a good
smart.
question. My tricycle is a very unique tricycle. It's the only one in the islands. And actually it has a big, huge freezer cooler in front, and the bicycle is attached to the back of it. So I load that cooler up with a bunch of dry ice, and I could put probably about 700 popsicles inside of that. But I have to ride it, and that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of
It's a lot of work.
That's a good workout. Then you deserve at least 50 of those popsicles at the end of the day.
Yes, and sometimes you guys will drive by and catch me eating one. My friends do. They drive by and they see me eating one and they're honking at me. And I'm
Actually,
like,
I
okay.
have to say that once I was driving by Kathy Parks in front of the King Kamehameha statue often, and I drove by her once, and she was so nice. She literally ran up to my car, gave me a popsicle. She's like, hi, Kimmy, here you go. I was like, oh, thanks. So she's very helpful. They do melt. What happens, another cool thing about these popsicles is that, look, you can see the fresh strawberries are open out. Yeah? So that's another thing to think about, right? Your product. If somebody's walking around, your customers are going to be your advertisement. Yeah? So somebody's walking around, whoa, man, where'd you get that cool popsicles? Got like strawberries hanging out of it. Oh, go see Kathy over there. Yeah? Something to think about.
Absolutely.
Yay! Any other questions?
Yeah, let me know if you guys even AlohaPopsHI.com.
AlohaPopsHI.com.
Instagram, Aloha Pops. Facebook, Aloha Pops. Everything is
I
Aloha
see a
Pops.
theme here. Yeah? It's kind of like, oh, what we talked about, logos and themes and everything like that. Steve,